Hi guys, it's Red-Headed Stitcher here, and welcome to my Flosstube channel. Today is Saturday the 21st of June. It is the longest day, and at the moment it feels like the hottest day as well. You'll hear traffic sounds as I've had to open my window. So thank you all for coming along and watching today. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you find some cross-stitch projects that you like, and feel free to let me know what you're also stitching, and if you like the content, then please feel free to subscribe. We are six subscribers away from 200. So if anyone wants to help me get there, please do. And because at 200, we're going to have a little giveaway. So, and for all my existing subscribers, thank you so much for your continued support, and keep coming back and tuning in to see all my progress. So what have I got lined up for you today? So I've had what I called a whip down week. And so obviously from that you can understand I've got a few finishes to show you. I also have a new start and a whip that I've been working on as well. So before I show you the finishes, I'm just going to explain why all of a sudden I had an urge to get finishing. So if you're new here, I'll just explain when I pick my projects, I use a wheel, a decisions wheel, and it's got all my current whips on there. Sometimes I put new starts on there as well when I'm thinking about trying to add one in, but don't have a particular date I want to start it. And it picked my long dog, which it's quite a big long dog. It's on quite a big heavy frame. And I have mentioned this a few times before. I get issues with my right arm at the moment, and with the hot weather, it's decided to really flare up, and I'm struggling to hold a big frame at the moment. So I thought, right, what can I do? What can I do? And I realised I've got a number of projects that I'm sewing in hand, or at least on small nudges, anything like that at all. And I thought, right, let's see how I get on with them. And I've been able to sew absolutely fine with that. So I'm not happy that I can't touch my long dog at the moment, because I do enjoy working on it. It's not a chore. It's, I don't believe I could work on it just that and that alone. But when it comes up, I always think, yes, it's brilliant, because also that and this is another thing, if you're new here, you might not know. So on the decisions wheel, where it picks, I usually give 1 day to, but if it's a big project like the long dog, or like my oldest whip, which is also on a fairly large frame, I give 3 days to get some really good solid progress in. But I've been through similar before when I had a frozen shoulder in my left arm, and with that I couldn't sew at all for about 6 months, and at least I am actually able to do some sewing. So trying to look on the positive side of I can sew, what am I going to work on and everything, I realised I was quite close to finishing a few things, and I thought, yes, if I could actually, knock some out, and then it also gives me an excuse to start some new projects, which we'll get onto in plans. So I'm going to start by showing you my 2 FFOs. One is actually a finish stitch of this week as well, which is this one. So this is from the Tiny Modernist Mouse series. I believe this one is called Mouse's Beach Outing. And what it is, I can't lift it off at the moment. I don't, because I've got something that it's a wooden square, and it's on a hook at the moment, and it's always so fiddly and everything to get down. But if you go to my June video of strawberry finishes video, you'll see it there, the block. So it's got the strawberry like jam mouse on that one, and it's got a magnet. And so then I've made these interchangeable, so they've got paper clips on the backs of these. So then for August, then the July one, which I'll show you in a second. I should have shown you that one first, really. take that one off and put this one on the wooden block. And I'm doing sort of a mini Flosstube Extra series at the moment. I showed you all my May bee finishes. I've shown you all my strawberry June finishes. So I'm hoping to do a July one and an August one. So in which case you'd see this one on the block in August. And so it's like 2 pieces of card. This one's backed onto one, which is then taped onto this one, which has got nice nautical fabric on it. So yeah, so really pleased with how that one looks. Right, and this is my July one, which I'm really bad with the names of these. Mouse's July 4th bike ride, I want to say. And again, it's got paper clips on. And of course, the paper clips are magnetic, and they are also more flat than using, you know, a washer or part of a magnet on there. So they store really nice and flat when they're not in use. So yeah. So, and this one was stitched on a 16 count grey. So as you can see, it's quite tight to the edges, whereas my August one was done on a 18 count, and you see we got a bit of fabric around the edges there, but they both work fine. So that is my 2 FFOs. So on to finishes. So the first one I'm going to show you is my male pheasant, and this is to go with the female pheasant I stitched a little while ago. I don't know if the colours are really coming through. Get almost black. Ah, that's better. £16 count rustico he's been stitched on. He comes from one of the Prairie Schooler like mini card sets, and I've stitched him and the female one separately for finishing idea I've got. That now I've stitched him, I can actually look to see if it will work, and I will let you know if it does. If it doesn't, you won't see it. Okay, and my other finish is Blooming Tiny Town. This has been stitched on a 14 count Ada band. I am stitching all of the tiny towns in Ada band because it makes it so much easier to wrap around boxes and things. And it's been stitched with the 14 count, the DMC colours called for. I don't normally do my sewing on 14 count, but it looks better holding it back. I know that I'm looking at thinking, yeah, some of it looks a little bit rough and everything, but when I look at it like here, it doesn't look too bad. But you see those blue stitches? Strange, isn't it? How, yeah, looking at it, it doesn't look as, it looks very, there's gaps and everything, but there isn't. I like the sort of look of it, being so tight and even and neat. And it is 2 over 1. Yeah, 2 over 1. Right. The heat does not make my brain work brilliantly either. Yeah, so that is the FFOs and finishes. So let's show you my new start. Okay, so my new start is a Teresa Koga Patreon chart I bought from her Patreon store, To the Moon and Back. And this is where I'm up to. I'm just going to pull that back so you can see a bit more. So I bought this fabric a little while ago from a company that was called Claire's Cross Stitch or Claire's X Stitch, maybe they were called. Anyway, they don't exist anymore, but the fabric is called Celestial Bodies. So as you can see, we've got moons, stars and some suns on there. And I'm stitching it using a Toll 444. I'm trying to hold it so you can see shiny of it. No, I don't think we're doing very well with that. Anyway, I'm really enjoying it. I'm not used to, although I do have a project on Black Ada at the moment. And this reminds me a bit of working on Black Ada because of it being a dark blue. So you've got to sort of be mindful of where the holes are, basically. So good light and everything for working on that one. But yeah, and my plan is, see the text and the stars in the middle there. I'm planning on not doing that. I'm only doing the moon because why do all of that when you've got all of these gorgeous stars and moons and suns there anyway? And I'm not 100% sure at the moment what is actually going to still be there because I've not done so much of it to work out quite what's going to be in the centre. But as the nose is there, I think probably around here will still show. And you can see there's like a bit of a sun there, but I think I'm going to end up filling that in. Just look at it. Yeah, I'm coming along here filling in. So, but yeah, so really enjoying this one. And it's so nice that a fabric I've had in stash for a few years has finally found its, perfect project really. Okay, last but not least, if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen my progress on this because this is the, as I was sort of whipping down and I pulled this one to see if I could actually finish it at all, which I knew I was pretty sure I wasn't going to, but still got a really good amount of progress done. It's the Judah Bee by the Blue Flower. It's just so absolutely gorgeous and stunning. And here is my progress. This is an 18 count yellow Swigart. And I feel I'm about halfway, maybe slightly more than halfway. It's hard to tell. So that wing still needs to be filled in. That symbol there repeats here. And then this will complete. There's more of the honeycomb there. A bit more honeycomb there. The crown, this border that comes right round. And then floral border will be around here as well. And yeah, so I'm just making sure I haven't got something. So yeah, so absolutely love this project. And I just feel that bees look really good on the yellow Swigart. So yeah, let's hold this a bit longer so you can see the beautiful flowers a second more. So yeah, so really enjoying that one. It seems silly I say I'm really enjoying this, and now I'm going to show you upcoming plans which will show that I won't be working on it for maybe a little while. Okay, so plans. Okay, what do you do when you finish a few projects? You start a load of new ones, don't you? Of course you do. So today's Midsummer's Day, so I'm titling from today till Friday. I'm calling it Midsummer Madness because I'm just going to go crazy and start some summary things. So what am I going to be working on? First one is going to be the seaside tiny town. I finished a tiny town, so really I need to get on and start another tiny town. I'm also starting on Tuesday. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see I am hosting a stitch along to encourage people to get stitching an Erin Elizabeth strawberry chart. She's got quite a few. If you go on there, you'll go on her site, type in strawberry, you'll see all her gorgeous charts. Pick one and start it. You will not regret it. She's got some absolutely stunning charts. And I'm doing strawberry tier. I've done 2 tiers already. I love all her tiers, so obviously I was going to pick a tier. And the hashtag we will be using is Erin's Strawberries. But don't worry about hashtags. You can just tag me, tag Erin, and then we'll both be able to see your lovely progress. So yeah, so I hope some of you can join in with that stitch along. And remember, it's more start along than stitch along. There's no pressure at all. Even if you just go on her site and look at the charts and, I don't know, add one to your wish list on 1, 2, 3 stitch, anything like that, then you're still part of it. Let's just, get more people seeing these gorgeous charts. Okay, and the other one I'm going to start is from this, the hands-on. I'm trying to read it and show you at the same time. Hands-on Design Summer Basket. I've already done these 2. And I can show you how I finished that. It's a biscornu from the Nicole Spore sale last year, where she took these and turned them into biscornus. So here we go. It's my summer biscornu. And what I'm doing is this one up the top here. And when it's all finally finished, which I think is going to take a little while, then I've got a really good finishing piece, and then I'll be able to show you the special finish that I've got planned for it. So yeah, so 3 new starts. I don't foresee that I'm going to finish any of them before the end of Friday, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. And then I have a couple of days where I will look at my other existing whips, any that I haven't put any work into this month. Try and put in some stitches on them before we start July for Christmas in July. Woo! And I'll just very briefly just tell you now, I'm doing Christmas in July, and all of July I will be doing Christmas stitching, and I will go into more plans closer to the time of that. Okay, so I did want to do, so I needed to dig out my sheet. One shout out here, and as a thank you as well also to Ellie of Stitching Bee. I'm going to link her down below because I'm saying Stitching Bee, but it's like a B with 4 E's, so look in the description box and you'll see her under shout outs. Ellie very kindly did a shout out for me in her latest video, talking about how she liked my bee finish, especially my hexagon. Is hexagon? Yes. Hexagon box with the honey tiny town round it, because I use that because of it being like honeycomb shaped. So thank you, Ellie. Ellie, I've been starting to rewatch your videos from the start, and as you can guess from the name Stitching Bee, yes, she does like bees. She likes bee stitching. If you go to one of her very early videos, she's doing the botanical bee and a gecko rouge bee as well. And there's been others as well, of course there have been. So make sure you go and check her out. So that's it. I've told you about my plans. I've showed you my finishes, my whip, new start. So I think that is it. So thank you all for watching. Let me know if you're stitching anything that I've shown you at all. And I'm just going to push it again. 6 away from 200, guys. 6 away. So yeah, and then we will have 1 2 3 stitch £20 $20 gift card giveaway. Right, so that's it. So thank you all for watching. So until next time, bye.